Hello guys, welcome to Boxing Blog Center, the home of Nigerian and African boxing. And please, if you're new to this channel, make sure you click the like and of course the subscribe button right now, and also go to the notification bell icon. Click it and select all so every time I drop a banger, a new exclusive video, you'll definitely be notified. Former lightweight and light middleweight champion. He's a former boxer, a legend in the sport of boxing. If you don't know who this guy is, I guess you're not really a true fan of boxing. He was born in 1962 in the United States of America. Vinny Pazienza. He was at a time told he would never box again. He'll not be able to box again after being involved in a grave accident, which actually damaged, his body. But he survived it, and he proved everyone wrong. So he has accused Tyson Fury in an interview he conducted with Al Bernstein of using human growth hormone. Let's of course take a look at what Vinny Paz had to say before we actually proceed, guys.
Boom, I throw a left hook. You never knew what I was going to do. And it worked real well for me. Everybody, for the most part, I won 50 out of 60 fights. In 5 of those fights, I could have won. I had problems with weight and everything else. And I lost to all world champion fighters. So obviously my style was pretty good, pretty different.
Yeah, it was that indeed. When you look at boxing today, who are some of the fighters that you get a kick out of seeing? Some of the boxers you look at and say, wow, I like that.
I actually enjoyed the Floyd thing. I kind of liked it because I know Floyd. He's a good guy. And, I was glad to see him get to that 50 and then split. But another guy that I really like and that I'm so pissed off at that he lost, Deontay Wilder. Great guy.
Yeah. Do you think that at age 34, does he need to change things, or is it just a matter of him refocusing and getting back into the next phase?
It's going to be refocusing, but he's only going to win. He's only going to beat this big guy. He's only going to beat Tyson Fury if he does what Tyson Fury's doing. That's the only way he's going to do it, which means he's got to take some steroids and he's got to do some growth hormone, because that's exactly what that guy was on. And I don't give a shit what anybody says. That's a fact, yeah. And you just cannot.
Why do you think that's true? You just feel it?
Oh my God. Al, he does drugs his whole life. This is going to make him a better boxer. It's going to make him a tougher, stronger. And of course he's going to take that stuff. He was hanging out with some bodybuilders that I know that are very high-end bodybuilders. He was hanging out with them at the fights. So it's a no-brainer. And I literally even tried to get in touch with Deontay after the fight and to tell him, I'm still waiting on his call, or I want to try to talk to some of his people, because he's not going to win against that guy when that guy's jacked up the way he is. It's almost impossible. It's a good guy, a good fighter, Tyson Fury, good fighter, Deontay Wilder, good fighter. But now, when you add in all that stuff, you add in all those growth hormones. Oh my God, he was a beast. You know, he felt like a king. He came in on a throne. That goes to show you, like, he felt like a king. When you take that stuff, I've never done growth hormone. I've been friends with plenty of guys who did it and told me that, Vinny, it's unbelievable. It regrows your body. You feel like a monster. You feel great. Every muscle is added to the muscle that you already have. You know, I got guys that, you know, do it religiously, and I can see the difference in their body and their emotions and their movement and their thought process. And
so do you feel that somehow he masked it for the test that he took? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Oh my God, yes. And they even said something about it after. Like, there was something said about it that Tyson Fury didn't want to do the test. Something's not right there. You know.
Okay, well, you are never shy in giving your opinion about things. That's for sure. So
yeah,
we'll have to mark that one down.
Where you heard it from Vinny Pazienza himself, saying that he believed that Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, was, of course, on steroids, human growth hormone. Okay, we know that some fighters have tried to use this in the past, e.g., what's his name again? Big Baby Miller, you know, big the pharmacist, you know. Miller the pharmacist have tried to use it in the past. You know, I'm not going to come here and say, oh, I'm sure he used it, but Vinny Paz has been through that route before. He knows people that does it, and he says, you know, Tyson Fury hangs out with people that do steroids and was in the fight. Does Tyson Fury have an history of using performance-enhancing drugs? The truth is he does. That's the truth. The truth is Tyson Fury has history of using performance-enhancing drugs. He's been caught once, you know, when he used Nadrolone after the fight with Chris Arma. We know that. In fact, I mean, people always say, oh, what happened to the Klitschko rematch? We know something happened. Okay, Tyson Fury said, oh, it was mental health issues. I just think Tyson Fury made that up in a way, because Tyson Fury does not have any mental health issues. I'll tell you that. You know, it was a made up, you know, thing to gain sympathy from the British fans who think alike like him. I just think Tyson Fury is fake, you know, but I don't know if he used AGH, human growth hormone, in the fight against Deontay Wilder. I don't know if he used that. I can't vouch for it. I wasn't there. I'm not an assistant, but as he used something, you know, the steroid before, you know, or performance enhancing drugs, yes, of course he's done in the past. Nadrolone, you know, and of course, let's not forget the board thing, you know, with the farmer and all those stuff. So it's just weird in a way, but Vinny Pazienza is not a person that would just say things like that without, you know, having confirmation, or, you know. And he said he wanted to reach out to Deontay Wilder. He said Deontay Wilder cannot beat Tyson Fury except he's on HGH, you know, like Tyson Fury is. And it's very interesting to see him say that. Wilder, I mean, we all know Wilder is not like the best boxer, but he's got power. You know, that's the only thing that's made him who he is, and that has been carrying him all along. We all know Tyson Fury is the better boxer. If they fight next, of course you're gonna have to, you know, bet on Tyson Fury to beat him, you know, because of his boxing, you know, skills and all that. But Wilder always has that equalizer, which is that right hand. And if he catches it with that, it is good night. And we know he did in the first fight with Fury twice, and Fury, you know, was knocked down, you know what I mean? So What do you guys think? I mean, do you believe Tyson Fury used it, or do you think it's just Vinny Paz is overreaching in a way? I cannot deny or or agree to it because I'm not in Furycist. I don't know. I wasn't there, But you have to listen to what Vinny Paz is saying, and you have to kind of examine things in a way and do some research about Fury's past and all that. It's what it is, man. But this is like all those things coming out right now. If I were to be Joshua, I will be very, very, very cautious and very, very paying attention to everything going on right now. Because we don't want to hear the same thing we're talking to Joshua. That Fury using stuff when he fights Joshua. Joshua has to have his team intact. Make sure everything goes smooth. You know what I mean? So Joshua, he's a prisoner and he always keeps it real. So we don't want to see people taking advantage like Miller tried to take advantage. Remember, if not for the fact that Joshua had to pay, for extra, PED test, for both fighters, I don't think Miller would have been caught. So it's what it is, man. Stay blessed, guys, and give it a thumbs below. Like the video, share, subscribe, and go follow me on Instagram at Boxing Blog Center, on Twitter at Boxing Blog, as well on Facebook at Boxing Blog Center. Stay blessed, stay hungry, stay humble. God bless you all. Cheers.